Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to the Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are picking up on a very exciting note with our brood mother, Lady Lagertha, and the partner that has been chosen for her by the Queen, Jamie Salazar, the newly appointed commander of the Salazar army, and also the son of Narcissa Salazar, and, as we have discovered, the twin, or I suppose rediscovered, the twin brother of Queen Athena Salazar. So, why don't we go through really quickly what we saw in the mini-movie, and then we can continue the breeding of these two, which I am so excited about. And I have to say, the more I'm playing with these guys, the more I am realizing that Lagertha might just be my favorite vampiress this generation, because look at her. The black hair, the green eyes, she's so seductive. I flippin' love her. She looks gorgeous. And that half black, half white dress, like, she is fire. I love her so much. But okay, in the mini-movie, basically, Jamie presented himself to the Queen, stated, I think, his birth mother, and then essentially said, I present myself for the breeding. And the Queen sent him off with Lagertha, and these two got a quiet moment together in the games hall when no one was around, blowing some bubbles and chatting with each other, which, Lagertha initiated. And so the practice this generation seems to be, rather than doing a ritual at the breeding altar, the males present themselves to the Queen, and then they go off with the lady they're supposed to partner up with. So Jamie and Lagertha were talking to each other in private, and Lagertha was asking him more about himself because, he's the son of a queen, which is very appealing to someone like Lagertha, who stems from the queen's bloodline, but, stems from it. She's kind of branched off. So anyone who is like a direct child of a queen is a very kind of appealing thing, I feel like, for the females, especially in the cadet branches. Because with Lagertha, yes, she's from the Salazar bloodline, or she stems from the Salazar bloodline, but her mother was not a queen. In fact, her grandmother was not a queen either, right? Because her mother was Ciri, Ciri's mother was Zelda, Zelda's sister was a queen, and Zelda's mother was a queen. Whereas Jamie, he's the son of Narcissa. So his sister was a queen, plus his mother was a queen. So I think Lagertha finds this very fascinating. So then he was like, oh, well, Queen Athena was my twin sister. And Lagertha found that very impressive because she said, you're closer to Sheba's blood than I am, even if we think generationally. Because Sheba, this is so wild to think about, but Sheba was Jamie's grandmother. Obviously, she had passed on by the time he was born because of the fire tribute practice that we have, but Sheba was Jamie's grandmother. And Sheba is like a legendary figure to Lagertha. She was far, 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 in the past. So it's not as though Sheba is kind of like a tangible character. A few lucky vampiresses get to see her spirit when they're in Castle Sheba, but very, very few of them do. And it's typically the castle keepers. So I think Jamie just fascinates her very much so. And then she was saying how people have said that Queen Athena, Jamie's twin sister, was fierce and equally beautiful. And Jamie, this is when the flirtations started. And Jamie was like, yes, she was. But you, Lady Lagertha, have a beauty that very few possess. And then they got very romantic with each other. And now they're in the coven room. And we are going to hit the nail on the coffin, essentially. And hopefully get her expectant, which I'm very excited about. Now, I have mentioned, these two with their relations, I'll show you in the family tree, but Jamie is like Lagertha's great uncle, which is so odd, but yes, that I think that's kind of, in a broad sense, how their family, relationship is. If we go into the family tree, and I think if we click on Athena, we can actually see Jamie and Lagertha in the same family tree on the opposite ends, which is very weird and fascinating, but you know, it's the Salazars. Now, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but it's just something so fascinating to think about. But, like, I know how in a lot of, like, European or Western monarchies even, like, inbreeding was kind of a thing, right? Where they like to strengthen their political ties and bloodlines, and they would marry cousins to cousins and all of that. So yeah, it is totally something that happened in history. And then on the other side, in ancient Indian culture, like both families, everyone essentially had like family genealogies that you track very strictly. And so if two people were to get married, then before marriage was allowed to take place, their families would sit down and go through the boy and the girl's maternal and paternal like family bloodlines, family trees. And then they would look back, I think 5 to 7 generations on both sides to make sure that no one had any family members that they shared. And if they did have family members they shared, that marriage was not allowed to go through. So basically a big no-no on inbreeding, because they knew that inbreeding causes like deformities and all these crazy sicknesses, so definitely not something that was encouraged at all. But you know, this is a fantasy universe with the Salazars, and they don't give heck about that. They don't give any hecks about that. They're like, nah, we need to solidify the bloodline. So we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna solidify the bloodline, everyone. But yes, Athena, she was the mother of Wisteria and Zelda, and who else? Isadora. But like, Zelda and Wisteria were one of the most gorgeous flippin' vampire queens we have ever had, in my opinion. In my opinion, because I like the big flippin' bug eyes guys. So I have big hopes for Jamie. Jamie, I have big hopes for you. He looks more like Athena but Athena was pretty in her own right. She had a very like scary kind of attractiveness to her, I feel. But with Lagertha's beauty and, you know, Jamie's potential hidden genes in there that are gonna give us something good, I'm really hoping for a baby girl between these two. Like, the queen didn't have a baby girl. I'm not too gutted about that, but like, I love Lagertha so much. I want her to have a daughter to carry on the bloodline. Like, look at her, guys. Look at her. She is gorgeous as can be. And let's take a look at Jamie. Jamie's not that bad looking either. He's actually quite a nice looking sim. And he has, oh geez, that is not where we want it to be. Okay, hold on a second. He has blue eyes and he has brown hair. So if Lagertha has a baby girl, her baby girl will inherit Jamie's blue eyes and Jamie's brown hair, which, hey, I'm fine with a blue-eyed brunette as long as she has those big bug eyes that my beautiful Lagertha does. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. But okay. Let's get these two busy. So she is going to try for a baby with Jamie. Yes, please. Let's go ahead and get that done. Hopefully everyone gives them some privacy. And actually, I don't think anyone has like even tried to interrupt these two. I mean, they're having their own problems here. It's taking a bit of time for them to move between interactions, but it's okay. We can deal with that. But you know, I feel like sometimes I get so excited, language just like goes out the window. I kind of forget what I'm supposed to be saying. Come on. Yeah, don't tell me you can't get in there. Don't tell me. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so funny. You know, I don't remember if we had the woohoos happening in coffins in the previous generation. We probably did, but because we only had it like 3 times at the beginning of the season, I probably forgot all about it. But this brings back so many memories from Generation 1, when we'd take all of the males into the castle dungeon to where we had the coven room, and then our ladies would go and procreate there. Brings back so many memories. Now that we are officially like in the second half of this legacy, guys. We are at the second half of this legacy. And I'm not going to go beyond Generation 10, just letting you guys know. I know this is going to be far, far in the future, because at this, like, currently, it takes me about a year to do a single generation. Last generation was the fastest we've ever done. It was 7 months. But, look at these two. But yeah, we have probably another, 3-4 years left before we end the Vampire Amazons altogether. But yes, Generation 10 will be the very last generation that I play on the channel. But it's okay, because this is Generation 6, so those last few generations are quite a while away. Quite a while away. Actually, not 3-4 years, probably like 4 or 5 years. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, Lagertha, let's get you to do a test to see if we were indeed successful, my lady. Come on, let's go. Lagertha is just so beautiful. I love her face so much. I mean, yes, this dress makes her look so dashing, but her face, I just love her face, and I love her bug eyes, and also her hair is like very lovely, very complimentary. Okay, nice. We were successful. Awesome. Okay, wonderful. She's telling Jamie over here, which is great. And if this is a male child, it will be, like, it'll have the title of Lord. So that's also something that is going to, be changing with this generation, which is quite exciting. But let's see. So she's conceived here. So she is going to have her baby on Wednesday night, about. Yeah. Wednesday night. She's going to have her baby. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if I should just put an event at like 8 p.m. Maybe we should do something like that. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a... I don't know if house party is the way to go. Why not? Should we do it for 8 p.m.? But then maybe we'll be busy doing other stuff. I don't know. You know, it's okay. Actually, Jamie won't host. Jamie will be a guest, because he probably won't be with us by that point. But okay, Jamie, Elaine, Catherine, Guinevere, why not Myron? We'll invite Myron too. Why? Because Myron, he has already had a child with the queen, his father to a prince, so I feel like he should be invited too. But yes, we're gonna invite everyone to the, I suppose, birth party of Lagertha's child over here. So do that. Yes. Castle Eden. Oh, select time. 8 p.m. please. And this is just a way for me to know that she's about to go into labor soon. But yes, 8 p.m. I think around that time is when she's going to go into labor. Isn't it like 2 hours before? I don't know. We'll do it for 8 p.m. and then we'll kind of see. We will kind of see what happens, and we'll invite all the important people to the castle. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. Actually, can we name this? No. Okay, we can just edit it. It would be great if you could name it. Unfortunately, you cannot. That's fine, though. That's fine. Okay, so I said we were going to look at the family tree for these guys, and I totally want to do that, because this is, like, some fascinating-ish. Okay, if we go to Athena... Oh, my goodness. Did you guys see that? So, Athena is Lagertha's great-grandmother. And then Jamie is Athena's brother, so I think Jamie is her great-great-uncle. But look, if we click on Athena, then you can see Jamie is up here. Look at all these people in the Salazar blood, like, family tree. Look at all this. Look at all that. But yes, Jamie is all the way up here. He's Athena's twin. And then you have Lagertha all the way down there, which is so fascinating. But yes, so we have Athena's daughter, Zelda, and then Zelda's daughter, Ciri, and then Ciri's daughter, Lagertha. This is crazy, the amount of people in this family tree. Like, this is wild. It's kind of interesting sometimes when you go back and look at the family tree after, like, a generation to see who has kind of paired up with who, or how maybe the different bloodlines are connected. And at this point, like, I think we've had instances where these guys have kind of bred into other bloodlines, so they don't necessarily carry the Salazar name, or they aren't a cadet branch of the Salazar, like with the Noxars. The Noxars aren't actually a cadet branch of the Salazars because they don't stem from the Salazar line, they stem from the Nox line, and then they're like a Nox female married a Salazar male, and that's why they have the name change, and that's why they show up on the family tree here, but they're not actually a cadet branch. But we've had interesting instances like that. And at this point, like, all the ladies here are related to the Salazars, but back in the day, we had some variety. But, so this was Sheba, like our original queen. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look at how complicated the family tree gets. Because, oh my goodness, Prince Rusty over here is Queen Sheba's what? This would be a grandchild. This would be a great-grandchild. And this would be, actually, these guys show up way down here. This is so odd because, well, father, I suppose. Yeah, grandchild, great-grandchild, great-great-grandchild. Whoa. Family tree's messed up, essentially. But, we had Cassandra, and then we had Narcissa. Now, here's the other thing. Now, interestingly enough, we only have these two sisters showing up here, but they're actually supposed to have a third sister. So Cassandra was the oldest. Narcissa is the one who became queen, but she was second born, and then they had a younger sister named Lilith, who died while she was in Selva Dorada. And she died as a result of some, I think, demonic ritual that our priestess back then, Morgana Devil, did. But anyways, she was supposed to be there, but I don't see her here anymore, which is kind of sad. Her spirit must have dissipated. But that's kind of strange because, you know, these guys have remained, so that's unfortunate. And then Narcissa had 6 children. She had 3 sons. And then she had 2 daughters. Okay, Major, we've already seen. Jamie is just about to have a child. He was the oldest brother. Wendell died. I'm so sad that Wendell died. Like, I had been holding on to him for so long. He was so pretty. He was blonde. And I really wanted to breed him into one of our ladies, but he flippin' died a couple generations back. Freya, she did have children. She had a son named Casey. Actually, some of the bloodlines won't show up anymore because I have, like, cleared out the males, or I've deleted the males that we had already bred with before. So, you know, members like Casey, we don't have anymore. And if I'm not mistaken, so Casey was Freya's son, and then Casey, I think, had twin boys. I think he bred with Sol, and he had twin boys, like the last Ranarines to be born. And he was the father of Bryce and Jackie, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think you see this here because, like, Casey's no longer in the game, so the game can't track him anymore. But I think if we go to Bryce and Jackie, we'll be able to see the Ranarine side of the family, because their spirits, like, still in the world. Okay, Genevieve, she, like, died as a teen, so she didn't get to procreate or anything like that. But if you go back down to Athena, I'm just fascinated, you know, about how, like, these bloodlines have kind of progressed. Yeah, and then Athena has, like, she has 8 children, 7 sons and a daughter. Zelda, we know she had 4 children. And then Lord Art, he had twins. Duncan died before he could breed. And then Yuki died in the fire tribute this generation. We know about that. And if we go down to Wisteria, Cody died before he could breed. But all of his brothers, I don't think... Actually, none of them have bred so far. But they're all in the army. So there's nothing you can check on them. Are you guys... No, you guys don't have... Like, aren't related to any of the... Huh. And some of these queens as well, like, they totally have relations to some other bloodlines. But it's just... Because their fathers are no longer in the game, you can't really see that. They're connected to, like, a bunch of other female bloodlines. Huh, anyways, well... We're gonna stay here forever if I keep going through the family tree, but you know, just in case you guys are curious, because I was flippin' curious. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will do some research and clarify that. But Lagertha, I am so happy with you and so proud of you. Let's go down and report to the queen. Let's tell the queen that it was a success. Let's see. We need to give the queen... Let's share the big news. Let's share the big news with the queen. Now, who is cursed? Because I don't know what this whole laughing thing's about. Like, they keep erupting into laughter. And it's only been happening, I think, since Lagertha came in. So she must have a curse on her or something. I'm actually not too sure. Unless Yomara has a curse on her. And we can't see it, actually. Because she's a hybrid. Normally only a full spellcaster can see what curses are on them. Fascinating. Okay, once you guys are done laughing, let's go down and are you done, Jamie? You finding this funny? Okay, let's go give the queen the big news. Come on, Queenie. We need to tell you that we succeeded. Come on, let's share the big news. Let's go tell the queen we succeeded. Come on. Is the queen gonna come up? Are you gonna go down? What's going on? Let me know. Tell me, please. I don't know what's going on. But the cool thing about this child that Lagertha is about to have is that it is going to be Queen Eden's cousin. So messed up, but also fascinating. This child is going to be Eden's cousin. So they kind of had the same thing happen. Like, the queen breeded with Lagertha's uncle, so the queen's baby is Lagertha's cousin, but now Lagertha's breeding with the queen's uncle, so Lagertha's baby is going to be the queen's cousin. It is so confusing and messed up right now, but hey, thankfully we only track bloodline through the females, otherwise, like, who would be able to keep track of what? Like, it would just be impossible. But come on, are we telling the queen? Are we announcing this good news? I'm sure everyone is like super duper excited. I'm excited. Like, I'm flippin' excited. Come on, do we want to tell the queen? Queenie, are you okay? I don't think she's stuck. Okay, she's joining the conversation. Can we tell her? Yes, we're telling her. Are we excited, Queenie? Because I'm really excited. I'm really, really stoked. Okay, nice. Let's hope we have a gorgeous baby girl from Lagertha. Then my life will be complete, I tell you. Okay. Yeah, the queen's definitely excited. Well, I am going to get Jamie to go back to the honor grounds, which is where he's supposed to be stationed. I think Guinevere is over there right now, but Guinevere probably wants to go back to Castle. It was like a temporary move we did, but she probably wants to go back to Castle Sheba. So we'll get Jamie moved back to where he's supposed to be. We'll and then we'll continue. We're not going to bring back Guinevere. Oh yes, also because we have yet another kind of pregnancy going on, and our numbers in the castle are down, everyone is still kind of distributed around the empire. And at present, the queen has decided that Guinevere is going to be sent, like, away from the castle. And so Guinevere has decided to go to Castle Sheba and spend some time with Catherine and Elaine, her favorite, I don't think they're cousins, but, well, distantly related, but her favorite member of the coven, Elaine, because she feels some odd sense of camaraderie with her, given their evil natures. So she's being sent there, and the reason why the Queen has decided to send her and not Meredith is because the Queen, guys, actually feels closer to Meredith right now than she does to Guinevere. So right now, she wants Meredith to stay at the castle with her, because Meredith, she's like the closest counselor to the Queen right now. It was Guinevere, but now it's Meredith. So Meredith gets to stay back, and this might be a good chance for Lagertha to get even closer to the Queen as well. And here's another thing, like, there's so many things changing in this generation. Previously, the role of counselor has been confined, or council member has been confined to only the members who live at the castle. But this generation, things are a bit different. So if the castle keeper manages to get really close to the Queen, or if the broodmother manages to get really close to the Queen by the time the next reappointment comes around, then the Queen may very well choose to appoint them as their council members. And because of the group setup we have, where we can, summon them to the castle whenever possible, and the fact that we have soldiers stationed at the places the ladies are supposed to be at, they don't have to physically be at the Creature Cradle or Castle Sheba all the time. During the period they serve as a council member, they could actually be in the castle with us. So definitely we get a chance of seeing them around more. And so the times when they're having their pregnancies at the castle can be used to build that relationship with the Queen that might come in useful later on, to get them like important positions in court, which is constantly changing and moving. But okay, let me deal with these changes. We'll come back and then we'll kind of hang around with everyone and see how they're going. Oh my goodness, I do not know what the heck is happening between these ladies, but do you guys see what I'm seeing, like right at the top here? I see a romance bar. I see a flippin' romance bar. So, this is actually, look at this! Look at this! And the Queen's initiating it. She's the one who's actually initiating it. I know I joked about it before, but I didn't know it would eventuate into anything. Oh my goodness, guys. So, hold on a second here. Hold on a flippin' second. Now, as we were leaving off so that I could move Jamie out, these three were standing in a circle with each other and just chatting, and then the Queen, I think, blew Lagertha a kiss, and then Jamie was kind of just looking at the two of them like, what's going on here? And I was like, oh, it's just one interaction. It's not gonna, because it doesn't always result in anything, right? There has to be a continuous repetition of some sort of flirt going on for them to actually develop into any sort of romantic interest. So I was like, oh no, it's fine, nothing's gonna happen. They'll probably forget about it when they're not in the mood. So I moved Jamie out, and then I jumped back in, and I was like, hey, Xiomara, let's go make some potions, because I feel like we should go make some more potions. I mean, right now she knows 3 potions, and pretty much all of them, except for one, is, I was going to say illegal, but no, they're banned. Same difference, but, they're banned. And the one potion that she can use, she doesn't have the ingredients to make, and I was like, yeah, let's just go do that. And then all of a sudden, I was like, hold on a second. Xiomara decided that she was going to go upstairs and say hello to the Queen and Lagertha before she went down to her alchemy lab. And while she was up there, I saw hearts flying, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. What's going on? Lo and behold, Eden and Lagertha over here are getting super comfortable with each other, which is so wild. But I guess hey, I flippin' love Lagertha. Is it really a surprise that the Queen loves Lagertha? Is it really a surprise? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I don't even have a problem with it. I mean, out of everyone to choose, I approve that it was Lagertha. Highly approve. But I don't know how Guinevere is going to feel about this if she finds out. Because if the queen starts spending a lot of time with Lagertha, and also at this point I've just given up on the alchemy lab being private, everyone walks through it, I'm gonna just let them walk through it. Like, do what you want, okay? Do whatever the heck you vampiresses want. But, I don't know how Guinevere is gonna feel if, when she comes back, suddenly Lagertha has this, like, really strong hold over the queen, and instead of listening to Guinevere, the queen's now heeding Lagertha's advice as well. That would truly be fascinating, and, But okay, Xiomara over here, she wants to chat with Luciano. I don't know why, but we will try and summon Luciano to the castle. Now also, I was gonna say, I don't know how I feel about Catherine. Actually, Catherine's fine, but I don't know how I feel about Elaine and Guinevere being in the same castle as Luciano, who is one of the soldiers, like the Ranarin brothers, the redheads. They're stationed at Castle Sheba, because Luciano is evil, and Elaine is evil, and Guinevere is evil. Like, do I really want 3 evil Sims in a castle together? I am not entirely sure, but somehow I don't feel like that's a very good thing. Like, who knows what's going through their brains, you know? And Luciano over here, he hates children. He doesn't even like children. So this whole system we have going of the sons being with their fathers, like, if it was Luciano's turn, he better hope that, hold on a second. Can we just, actually, you could add him to your group. You could totally do that. You could totally do that. But yes, he better hope he has a daughter if he's ever partnered up with anyone, because he does not want to raise any sons. I suppose also it's good that he is stationed with Blaze, because, you know, if he just... His brother is so nice. He's like a cat lover. He's vegetarian. He's perfectionist. Blaze is like the opposite of Luciano. He's the nice one. So actually, if Luciano had a son and he ignored his son, then I suppose Blaze would be really fond of his nephew and raise his nephew. Ah, the dramas, the dramas. But okay, she wants to talk to him. I don't know about what, but she wants to talk to him about something. So she's gonna complain about problems. Why not? She's gonna go complain about her problems. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's kind of cool that they're both wearing purple. She's like teleporting all over the place, but that's fine. That is fine. These are magical beings. Sometimes they do odd things, okay? Like freeze. They do odd things like freeze for no apparent reason. Or Luna has decided to return. Or Luna, where'd you go off to, honey? I don't know where she went off to, but life was just rough in the castle. People weren't giving her food. And so she ran off, and now she's like super dirty, but she's decided to come back. And I don't know if she's gonna want to clean herself on her own, or like what's going on, but hey, we will leave the kitty cat be. And maybe if it makes it back into the castle, then Xiomara can give it some attention. But oh my goodness, Luciano is like insulting Xiomara. He's like, who do you think you are to have me at your beck and call? I am a pure vampire. You are just a diluted hybrid. Oh my goodness. This is so strange. Okay, Luciano, if you're gonna be mean, just go back home. If you can just stick around here. We'll kind of let him stick around in case he wants to interact with anyone else. But Xiomara is like, she's like, nah, I'm going. I am not gonna listen to this guy prattle on. I mean, you summoned him to the castle. You're the one who did it. And what is wrong with poor Oraluna? Welcome Oraluna back. Let's welcome Oraluna back. Kitty cat, how you doing? Obviously not too well. You look terrible, just saying. You look right and proper terrible. Come on, let's welcome the kitty cat back. Oh, Oraluna. Oh, look at those big googly eyes. Okay, what else can we give you? Hold on, kitty cat. Hold on. What else can we do for you? Let us do stuff for you. What, are you ready to like bounce? Are you ready to run away already? Can we brush her? I don't know if this helps with the dirt, but we're gonna try and brush. We're gonna praise. Can we give you a treat? Let's give you a treat. Because I feel like you need some food, you know? So give you food. Do cats like taking baths? Somehow I don't think they do. I don't think the cats like taking a bath. But I don't know if the brushing actually helps with the dirt. Does it help at all? In any capacity? Come on, Orluna. Let's get you all cleaned up. Unless you want to clean yourself up. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. She's got like a terrible, terrible stench. Can you actually bathe the cats? I don't actually know. I haven't played with pets in like... Actually, I do play with pets in like Royal Witch Kingdoms and stuff, but I feel like I never pay attention to them, so I don't actually know how much you can do with them. And it does actually feel like it's been a long time since I have messed around with pets, so I'm not entirely sure. Well, while Xiomara has been petting this cat, suddenly she has had the wish to be friendly with Lady Elaine. Lady Elaine is having a rough day. Let's shine some light on Lady Elaine's day. That is fascinating. Because who was just here? Luciano. And who is Luciano staying with right now? Elaine. So maybe when he was here, he said something about Elaine. Maybe that's why they got into a fight. And apparently Xiomara is friends with Elaine, so it bothers her that Elaine is having a tough time. So maybe she wants to call Elaine over so that she can... wait, Elaine is already here, isn't she? She is! Okay. Oh, I saw hearts flying. What the heck is happening? Who are hearts flying between? What? Luciano? And Meredith? Okay. I mean, hey, that's cool. That's cool with me. That is entirely cool with me, but this is so fascinating. This is so fascinating. I mean, he's this evil vampire who is very attractive, yes, but he's evil and he doesn't want kids. And then you've got this like soft and innocent Meredith who loves all the good in the world, and now they're having some sort of attraction between them. Ha ha ha. Fascinating. Okay, why don't you come up and be friendly with Xiomara? Because Xiomara apparently... Let's enthuse about the fact that Orluna is back. Once you've tended to Orluna. I'm surprised he is not yelling at Meredith. Like, I really would have expected him to yell at Meredith. Feels like a very Luciano thing to do, because that's what he did to Xiomara. But, I mean... Meredith isn't exactly a hybrid, so maybe in Luciano's books she's like fine, as can be. But I'd be very curious about who has the capacity to have a romantic relationship with someone like Luciano. Like, does he even have a good relationship with his brother? I am not actually sure. I always imagine them being really tight because they've spent the entire lives together. But also, I feel like whoever ends up reading Luciano and with his brother, Blaze, that's going to be very exciting for us, because the Ranarains, they've had this thing all the way from Generation 1 where their firstborn always looks the same. Like, the way Luciano and Blaze look, that is the Ranarain look. Like, in terms of their facial features and skin color, that is the Ranarain look that literally every single Ranarain firstborn has had since the first generation. Like, their descendant, their ancestor is Lady Kali Rana, who was the very first champion we had. And up until, I think, Sol, every single Ranarain had a baby girl on their first go, and every baby girl looked exactly like their mother, until Sol. Sol, unfortunately, didn't have a baby girl on her first pregnancy. She had twin boys. But even though they were twin boys, they were her firstborns, and they look exactly like their mother. Like, they're the male version of their mother, but they look exactly like their mother. So I'm kind of hoping that it continues, so that whoever they end up breeding with, they have a daughter, and that daughter looks exactly like how the Ranarains used to look. That would be amazing. That'd really be amazing. But okay, where were we at? Is the cat fine? Still smelly, but are you gonna like fix yourself, kitty cat? I hope so, but it's playing with stuff and it's happy, and we've got some food over there, which we can probably change, and we probably should change, and we will change. Did you talk to Elaine? You didn't. She didn't even talk to Elaine. I wanted her to chat with Elaine. Seriously. Can we chat with Elaine? And why are you out here? Why are you out here? This cat will be the death of you. You're gonna like catch on fire, woman. Can you come back inside? Go find Elaine. Go be nice to Elaine. Let's like sing about the royal studies. We don't have kids to educate right now, but like in the future, fingers crossed we're gonna have kids to educate. So let's go sing about that to Elaine. And whatever else Elaine is concerned about. What kind of worries do you think Elaine has? It's probably like fake worries. She's probably putting on a show, I tell you. That's probably it. I bet you. Elaine's putting on a show so that someone can sympathize with her, and I don't know who it is. For a second I was like, now we have another romance, but then I realized, wait, no. These guys, they've been together for a while, kind of. Well, they're not together, but they've been interested in each other for a while. But Catherine's been in and out of the castle, so they haven't had time to spend with each other. But Catherine, I know what you did. You went on a date with Xiomara's cousin uncle, didn't you? We know. We know you went on a date. Okay, we're chatting with Elaine. That is fine and well. Now everyone's kind of singing with each other. Jeez. Are they actually singing together? Well. Do we have any other whims of interest to us, perhaps? Not really. I mean, Eden wants to chat with Edgar, so we might try and figure that out. But I don't know why I should be interested in chatting with him. Who knows? Maybe she's just checking in on the physicians in her army. We'll see. We'll see. But when we come back, we'll probably jump in when Lagertha is in her second trimester. And then we'll kind of go from there. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.